Technologies that support diverse learners.
By Zachary,
Claire,
Karis,
and Jenny.
why is it important to have/use technologies to support diverse learners in a class? Using technologies for students with exceptionalities can help create an inclusive educational environment. It allows teachers to adapt and modify content for appropriate learning skills and capabilities. It prepares students with life skills as technology is used in everyday life. It helps keep students engaged in their learning, and teachers can use this technology to provide differentiated instruction, education which is tailored to each student's individual interests, needs, and strengths. The resources that we discovered are Seeing AI, Immersive Reader, iGaze, and Breathe, Think, Do with Sesame Street.
Seeing AI is an app that can be downloaded from the App Store for free. It describes people, text, and objects around you. Using your phone's camera, the app says what it sees. It uses multiple settings to announce different information, such as reading text, transferring text to a digital file, and can describe faces. This app can help many students in their learning, such as note-taking, read and transfer a written scribe to a digital file. Seeing AI can describe an image, can assist visually impaired students in many ways, or can help students who have difficulties understanding an image. Provides text to speech and speech to text. Seeing AI can help students who have diverse abilities. There are a few pros and cons with Seeing AI. Pros, easy to use, it's free, and can assist students with diverse abilities. Con, the voice is very digital, and it can be hard to understand at times. It can be glitchy, and some of the features are a work in progress. Seeing AI is fun to play with. I found the document scanner option a useful tool. Download it from the App Store. Here is a quick demonstration for you on Seeing AI. Hi there, today I'm going to talk about Seeing AI, and I'm going to do a quick demonstration. So the first, look at the icons on the bottom, and we're going to go through some of those. The first one,
Short text.
short text.
Technology, 30%. Outcomes and outcomes encouraged to work in groups or and not over top topics with to showcase short text.
So what that does is it reads text out loud, which can be helpful. And then the next one
Document.
is
No edges
document,
visible.
which take a picture.
Processing.
And then it transfers to a file, which is awesome. So helpful. And then it also, with this one, you can read out
Assignment
loud.
2, Educational Technology Presentation. Assignment 2, Educational Technology.
And also will read written sometimes. My printing's pretty bad, but we'll give it a try.
Processing. No text recognized.
Let's try again.
Processing.
There it is. Good. Okay, so it'll read written, which is awesome. And then again, you have
Seeing
the
AI
option
is an awesome tool to use with
to read it out loud. Another icon on the bottom we played with is
Product.
products scanning.
Notebook 80 pages, 1 unit, red. Tic Tac, Men's, Fresh, 24G, Diet Pepsi.
Scanning's pretty fun.
Person.
Okay, so on the bottom there you have the little person in blue right now. I'm not going to use that today, but I'll just tell you that if you take a picture while you're in that mode and there's lots of people in the room, it'll read the people. It'll tell you how many people are in the room. It'll tell you characteristics about those people, like their facial characteristics. Okay, so the next icon is the currency. If you have paper or bills on the table of money, it'll count the money, but it will not count change. And then the last one that we like to use is
Scene
the
preview.
scenery. So what you do is you take a picture.
Processing. Probably a banana and a book on the table.
And then you explore
Processing.
the photo.
5 items detected. Move your finger over the cup. Contains dining table, banana, cup, chair.
There you go. That's Seeing AI. Thanks for watching the demo.
what is iGaze technology? Eye gaze technology is a device and program that tracks eye movement, letting users make selections on a computer screen. This lets students without the ability to orally communicate a new way of communication. Here's a video showing a student using eye gaze technology.
Yesterday night I saw my auntie.
Great. Fantastic. And did you do anything special?
Dad, Mum, brothers out.
So your dad, your mum and your brothers went out and left you with your auntie. Is that right? Wow. And what sort of mischief did you and your auntie get up to? It was a night.
Wheelchair football.
How does eye gaze technology work? Eye gaze technology works by a camera tracking where students' eyes are looking on a screen. Students can make selections on the screen 3 different ways. If students are capable, there can be an external button or a switch, blink activation, and most popular, a tool called Dwell. Dwell is the system which tracks the length the student is looking at a certain selection. If the student looks at the spot for a certain amount of time, selected during calibration, then eye gaze will make the selection. Who can eye gaze technology help? Eye gaze technology can help students with physical difficulties, communication difficulties, intellectual difficulties, ALS and multiple sclerosis, cerebral palsy and Rett syndrome, and autism spectrum disorder. Cons of eye gaze technology. It is very expensive, going for $6,500 for iLearn rolling package, which is a moving device. Included are 2 computers, one for the student and one for the learner. $4,780 for iLearn desktop package, which is the same but unable to move easily. Sometimes eye tracking technology will not work with certain eyes. However, with this technology advancing quickly, this is becoming less of an issue. Pros of eye gaze technology. Let students create sentences, giving them a new way of communication. Easier learning curve than other similar technology, meaning students are more likely to continue learning it. Give students with these disabilities a new sense of independence, as many tasks such as using computer and writing, which were previously inaccessible, can now be done. Eye gaze technology has also been used to test vision in students unable to communicate effectively, meaning they can get prescribed glasses. Let students play music and do drawings, letting them express themselves in new ways. Youth can be diagnosed with autism as young as 6 months with eye gaze technology. New learning and teaching opportunities with eye gaze. Students will be able to communicate more effectively with teachers and classmates. This creates so many new opportunities for these students to learn more. Students can create projects which can then be hooked up to smartboards, letting these students present. There are many games on eye gaze software with learning outcomes, giving these students a new opportunity to learn. Included in this is games these students can play with other classmates, giving them more social opportunities as well, like chess. With eye gaze technology, students will better be able to follow the curriculum for their grade level. Here is a game called I Can Fly, which can be played with eye gaze technology.
I Can Fly is a skyborne adventure made especially for eye gaze voyagers. Explore exciting locations whilst learning geography and control skills.
Woohoo!
I Can Fly is designed to give a competent user of eye gaze a highly enjoyable learning experience. Make a voyage of discovery over the farm. Fly above Snappy Island in your rescue plane, battling fires, making deliveries and saving lives. Pilot your superjet on a super voyage around planet Earth. I Can Fly has a range of options which allow gameplay to be tailored to individual players. In addition to using eye gaze, play can also be controlled with any mouse pointer device. the keyboard, switches and joysticks. Pop balloons as you fly. Let Amy guide you through 24 exciting missions. Become a fully fledged pilot whilst learning geography skills such as compass directions, landmarks and regions across the world. Explore as you please in free flight. Team up with a chicken to collect coins and pile up points. Race Amy and explore the island on foot, uncovering hidden surprises. I Can Fly, the world's first magical flying adventure designed especially for eye gaze. Available to purchase now from Inclusive Technology.
Success stories. Fraser is a 14-year-old boy diagnosed with cerebral palsy. With the help of eye gaze, Fraser is able to have independence in his life. He's able to change TV channels, turn his lights on and off, and communicate with friends and family. Fraser is also able to work on Word, Excel, and every other commonly used school platform. Heath. Heath is completing his business degree for human resources at the University of Tasmania. He has been diagnosed with cerebral palsy. Heath uses eye gaze technology to complete his schoolwork, such as writing essays and completing projects. Heath also uses this technology to commute with family, friends, peers, and teachers.
Immersive Reader is a tool embedded into Microsoft Word. It can read text to you, change the spacing of words and lines, edit the column width, draw the focus onto one or more words at a time, change the page color, highlight words as they are read, and it can identify nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs by color. Immersive Reader can help with teaching and learning because it can allow teachers to have their assignment descriptions read out loud to the student digitally. It can help students edit their typed work. Changing the page color and line spacing can help students with vision difficulties feel more independent and helps prevent visual crowding. Highlighting one word or sentence at a time can help students who struggle with focus and comprehension. Having the parts of speech highlighted in colors helps students see where each one fits into the sentences. Immersive Reader can help teachers, students with ADD or ADHD, students with vision difficulties, students on the autism spectrum, students with dyslexia, and many more. The pros of Immersive Reader are that it is free of charge, it is easily accessible, it builds confidence and independence, and works with multiple languages. The cons are that it can require headphones, and it requires time to learn how to navigate and use.
I'll be demoing the Immersive Reader, which is built in and free and part of many Office apps. I'm going to launch Word for Web right here. Now I'm in the free version of Word, and I'm going to go to the View menu, and I'm going to click Immersive Reader. Now I'm in the Immersive Reader, and what we did was we took the latest science and research around reading, and we focused inclusively to help solve all sorts of challenges around reading. So first off, let's make this full screen. In the upper right, I'll click here. Now at the bottom, you're going to see a play button, and when I click play, you're going to see text-to-speech.
The study of Earth's landforms is called physical geography.
Now that's a high-grade neural text-to-speech voice, and also text-to-speech is now built into Word along with word and line highlighting, which is a proven technique for some people to help with focus and comprehension. I can click voice settings at the bottom and make it faster or slower voice, and I can choose male or female voice. I can also change the way the page looks. So when I click on the AA in the upper right, I've got some options. So we know for some people who experience visual crowding, if I click increase spacing, this can reduce visual crowding for some people. I can change the background colors of the themes. So many people don't like to read with a white or a black background. I've got many options to choose from, and these are tuned for accessibility. So I can choose a color theme that works for me. I chose Comic Sans. This is designed for younger readers. Many students prefer the way the A and the G are written, and that's how younger children are taught to write. I can make the text size much bigger if I scroll up here. So think about short line mode, or think about English language learners, or think about students with vision impairments. It's really easy to customize the way that the page looks. Now next up, I'm going to click on grammar options. And we know there's a very common technique breaking words into syllables, and I'll clap my hands like this. Syllables. Many students are taught that way. Some students with dyslexia will prefer syllable breakdowns. So by clicking syllables, I can break the words into syllables with a single click. I can highlight the nouns on the page with a single click, or the verbs. I can highlight the adjectives or even the adverbs. And I can customize the colors very easily. Maybe I want the verbs to be red, and maybe I want to turn a couple of these off, and maybe I want to show labels, which puts a visual distinguishing mark in case I have challenges with colors. So you can see it's very personalizable and it's easy for me to do. Next up, I'm going to make the background color blue, and I'm going to go to reading preferences and choose line focus. Now let's think about students with ADHD, or maybe students with cerebral palsy, students with dyslexia. This is like a reading ruler, like an overlay. And see how I can scroll up and down with these arrows? I can read it out loud.
Glaciers or rivers. Landforms are sometimes called physical features.
So it's really easy to customize. And I can choose 1 line or 3 lines or 5 lines. It's really easy to customize in a way that works best for me. I can click on a word and get a picture. So we call this picture dictionary.
Earths. Earths.
Click on mountains.
Mountains.
Or valleys.
Valleys.
I can also translate, and this is really powerful. We can translate in over 67 languages here. And so I've chosen Spanish, and I'm going to turn on by word, and now I'm going to click on Earth.
Earths.
English.
Tierra.
Spanish. English.
Mountains.
Montañas.
But I can also translate the entire document. So I'm going to click on Document, and now let's read that out loud.
El estudio de las formas terrestres de la Tierra se llama geografía
And if that's too fast, I can slow it down a little bit.
física. Las formas de tierra pueden
And I can go back to the original or Spanish, and you can see it still highlights the parts of speech, the nouns, the verbs, and the adjectives in Spanish. So all of these capabilities are built right into the Immersive Reader, which is free and part of Word. It's also in Teams, OneNote, Flipgrid, Minecraft, Forms, Whiteboard, and Office Lens.
Breathe, Think, Do with Sesame Street. So this app was designed to help with any type of behavioral issues. It helps students regulate their breathing and calm themselves down. It offers multiple solutions, making students more efficient problem solvers. And it also gives students the tools to be self-sufficient, building confidence. Here is a video demonstration of the app called Breathe. The full name is Breathe, Think, Do with Sesame Street, and it's an app to help students with behavioral issues. So when you open up the app, you can notice that it does actually read out all the information to you, but I just have it turned down for now so that you guys can hear me. So this is what the students would see. It is available in Spanish, but obviously we're going to keep it in English for now. So the students will be presented with these activities here, and they can click on them to begin. So we'll just go through the first one, and I'll turn the volume up. So at this point, the student has to tap with the monster to breathe slowly and calm down. And ideally, they would be breathing with the monster. This part is a little bit of a game, which I think would definitely be enticing for students. And then it goes on to you have 3 strategies, and then the student is left to pick their favorite one. So this is an awesome way of encouraging students to deal with their issues. It gives them a way to calm themselves down on their own without having to seek help, which is huge for them to be independent like that. So I'm just going to go back for now to show you some of the options as a parent or a teacher using this app. So if you click on parents, it says drag to the lower right corner to unlock. Just turn the volume back off. Drag to the lower right corner to unlock. Sometimes it takes a couple tries. That's one of the issues I would say with this app. Okay, come on. Of course. Drag to the lower right corner too. Okay, it looks like you have to do a direct line. I think that's what the issue is. Okay. So this is what the parents see. Here they have tips and strategies with a bunch of just really good information and videos on some issues they may face. So that's super awesome. And then we have Breathe with the Monster. If your child is having some issues and you just want to give them the iPad to be able to breathe with the monster and calm themselves down. Like if they're not doing a specific task or something, you can come here. And then here, this is what I think is the coolest part, is that you can personalize the voice so that it could be your mom or your teacher's voice speaking to you instead of the voice that it comes with. So I think that's super awesome and would help out a lot of kids. Yeah, so that is all I have to show you on this app. I do have a couple things that I would do a little differently that I think would improve it, but I will talk to you guys about that in the PowerPoint. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and maybe you'll get to use this app sometime. What I would do differently. Okay, so I wish it were a little bit more customizable so that you could edit out the tasks that didn't apply to that specific child so that they're not spending time doing things they already know. Secondly, I think it would be super cool if you could set up a schedule of tasks, for example, a morning routine where there would be several tasks in a row for them to do that they can refer back to. This way the child has a schedule and a Sesame friend to work through the tasks with. I think it would be great in a classroom. This way the teacher would not constantly need to remind the student of their tasks and they would have it always laid out for them. And although it was made for all behavioral issues, I think it would be especially helpful for students with fetal alcohol spectrum disorder as they thrive with specific routines.